It's Sunday. You know what that means? That means it's single Sunday. If you don't understand what that is, well, it is what we end up taking over, picking up some books that's on our pull list from our local comic book shop, Rebel Sanctuary, over here in Manistee. Go over there, pick them up, and then read them, rank them, and enjoy them. So that's what we're going to end up doing on this wonderful, well, snowy Sunday that we have here. Wonderful, great old state of Michigan. But hey, let's focus up now. So we have 3 issues that we have picked up. We have no backlogs. We're all caught up. And then we also had a little poll that we ended up going with. Well, let's see what we ended up having results from that little poll that we had. We did a little poll. We had 5 votes that came out of this, and that's awesome. Thank you guys for voting. It looks like we have a split right now. Secret, I also realized I didn't have the 3rd book on the poll, so that's why it's not on here. On our polls, if we have multiple different issues that we're picking up, I'll end up making a little post on the Monday before it. That way we'll be able to see what you guys think is going to end up being the number 1 issue. So Absolute Superman is your guess. So with that, let's get into the ratings that we have of this week's Single Sundays. I hate to be letting you guys know right off the get-go, we guessed it a little bit wrong, because Absolute Superman issue number 5 was number 3. I don't know if it's just not getting with me, but I do like the story that's with it, that we ended up finding a little bit more of a background to Superman and what was going on before he ended up coming over here. I'm planning on doing a reread of all 5 issues because I know a bunch of people ended up loving Absolute Superman, and for me, it's okay, it's meh. But maybe if I read through and try getting it over, I'll do a nice little review of that over on the channel, and that's something that we can end up watching, and maybe I'll have a different opinion when that comes around. But for this week, it is number 3 on our list. Coming at number 2 is the one that I forgot that was coming out, and something that I forgot to put on the haul. Or haul. Why do I keep on saying haul? Over on the poll. And that is issue number 4 of Batman Dark Patterns. This one I ended up loving. Honestly, this is probably my favorite type of Batman. Yes, I like to see him in action and stuff like that, but he gets to be a detective. Batman being a detective is probably my favorite way to be able to read Batman. I like it when he ends up getting into the deep, trying to break down riddles, trying to break stuff down. And that's what we end up finding here in Dark Patterns, issue number 4. This is number 2. And that means coming in the top spot is going to be Transformers issue number 18. I'm loving what we have going on. And secretively, I'm a little bit worried what's going to happen after DWJ ends up leaving Transformers. But we're not going to worry about that right now because that's not until issue 25. But we ended up having 3 different storylines that's coming over with it. We got stuff that's developing. We've got Autobots at the end ended up having a battle cry that we don't normally end up having. We got Combiners that's coming over with it. We also end up having something that's going on with Ultra Magnus. And we have the presence of Megatron. That right there is a jam-packed issue. That is definitely something that ended up taking it over and really ended up making it the top book of this week. So, to review, our ratings this week is Transformers issue number 18 as number 1. Number 2 is Batman Dark Patterns. And number 3 is Absolute Superman. While we have a quick opportunity, let's talk about the poll. I ended up adding Dark Patterns because I realized I didn't have it added onto it. So that's something that's added to the poll now. I keep on saying, oh, holy smokes. And it's honestly a favorite story that I ended up having of Batman. Like I'm saying, it's the detective. It's him being a detective, and it's showing that with this story. It's always creeping up there. It's always within the thick of things, so I could end up not passing up on it. I also ended up adding Absolute Martian Manhunter while I was right there because I want to be able to read that right off the get go. And of all the new titles that's being offered in the Absolute line, that's the one that stuck out to the most, and that's the one I don't want to be able to be missing. So that's something that's going to be solid that we ended up picking up from the haul. What did you end up thinking about that? Did you think I ended up getting it right, or did you think I ended up getting it out wrong? Let us know down in the comments down below. Also, if you're liking the content I'm putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever we come out with new content. We still have we still have shipping wars going on, so stay tuned. You'll end up seeing how you ended up needing to spend your money, or you'll end up seeing where you should be spending up your money, or seeing the service of each different sites. It's been an amazing aspect so far, and it's going to be a great way to be able to see it. I can't wait for you guys to be able to see the fallout of Shipping Wars, which is going to be on the first Friday of next month. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.